Hello, my name is Chris Antonici. I'm the proud principal of Union Memorial School, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to this presentation. I wish we were doing this live as we typically do, but unfortunately that is still not possible due to the pandemic safety protocols that are still in place. Later in the presentation, we will talk about some of the protocols we believe will still be in place in the fall. But please understand, the Vermont Agency of Education does update them as the science around COVID-19 evolves and the population becomes vaccinated. So it's impossible to know exactly what learning will look like this fall. The goal for this presentation is to share some information with you, direct you to some useful resources, and tell you a little bit about the kindergarten curriculum. The most important thing for you to do right now, if you have not done so already, is to register your child. You can do that by going to the UMS website at www.csdvt.org/UMS and clicking on the orange registration verification button at the top of the page. This will walk you through all the things you need to provide in order to register your child. Of all the information you will be asked to provide, the three most important are proof of residency, immunization records, and birth certificate. Without those, your child will not be able to be enrolled in school. Once we have those, however, we will be able to enroll your child and place him or her in a classroom. Typically, we have a series of in-person screening sessions in May that help us make balanced classes. Given the current Agency of Education guidelines, we are not allowed to do that for the incoming kindergarten students. Placement will be held off until we receive updated guidance from the state. If there is any chance of bringing the children in for a screening this summer, we will look to schedule the sessions. I'll talk to you a little bit more at the end of the presentation, but for now I want you to learn about our kindergarten curriculum from the kindergarten teachers.
Hi, I'm Christine Anderson, and I'm one of the kindergarten teachers at Union Memorial, and I'm going to talk to you a bit about reading in kindergarten. Reading, as you can imagine, is a big part of kindergarten. We start with letter sounds, we include phonemic awareness skills, and we move on to actual reading, including sight word skills. Reading is taught in many age-appropriate ways throughout our kindergarten day. The good news is your child doesn't have to read before they come to kindergarten. We take each child where they're at and we move them forward. Our main goal is to make each and every child love to read.
Hello, UMS kindergarten families. This is Courtney Thomas, and I am one of the kindergarten teachers here at UMS. We are all so excited to meet you and your child. Kindergarten is such a special time in a child's life, and we can't wait to get started on this exciting journey with you. During the school year, your child will learn to be a writer. This is such a fun experience for children, teachers, and families because you will be able to watch your child grow so much through their writing. By the end of kindergarten, you will be amazed at what your child can produce. We study 3 different genres of writing, which include narrative writing, where students will write stories about their lives. We often call these small moment stories because children learn to write about a small but impactful moment in their lives, like going for a family hike or losing a tooth. We also study informational writing. This genre of writing is where students learn to write facts and information on a topic. Sometimes we call these teaching books. This is also the time in the year when we start teaching children about research by using books and the internet. The 3rd genre we explore in kindergarten is opinion writing. Kindergartners will learn to write an opinion piece where you state your opinion on a topic and support your opinion with reasons. This is always a fun unit, and students consistently produce fun writing pieces that you'll enjoy reading. Embedded within all 3 of these writing genre units, kindergartners will be taught about writing conventions like spelling, spacing, and letter formation. Another large part of writing is learning about illustrations. Writing is fun, can be challenging, and extremely rewarding element of our kindergarten curriculum.
Hello, this is Tracy Helfrich, and I'm so excited to welcome you to the UMS family. My oldest son went through the school, and my younger son is currently a 1st grader at UMS. You will absolutely love it here. The math program that we use at UMS is called Everyday Math. This program uses a spiral curriculum. This means learning is spread out over time rather than being concentrated in shorter periods. Material is revisited repeatedly over months. In kindergarten, we'll be learning many new concepts, including counting and cardinality. This means saying the number words in the right order and naming one number per object counted, and knowing that the last number you mention tells you something about the whole collection. Operations is representing addition and subtraction. In kindergarten, we do that with objects, fingers, mental images, drawing, sounds like clapping, acting out situations, verbal explanations, or equations. In geometry is identifying and describing plane and solid shapes, including circles, squares, rectangles, cubes, and we use pattern blocks often in these lessons. Measurement is using non-standard tools and techniques to estimate and compare weight and length. During calendar each day, students will identify the month, the day of the week, the date. They will observe and record the weather and the temperature. We will count and keep track of how many days we have been in school, and we have a big celebration on the 100th day. It's a lot of fun. I look forward to it every year. And finally, UMS uses an online math program called Dreambox Learning. Student work is differentiated and saved to support individual student growth. Students have access to this at home as well, and it's a very preferred activity in kindergarten.
Hello, future kindergarten families. My name is Hannah Trieb, and I'll be teaching kindergarten for my 5th year this coming fall. I absolutely love teaching this grade because it is remarkable to see the growth that your child will make from the first day they are in our classroom to the last day in June when they're walking out to go into 1st grade. It is absolutely amazing to see their growth and maturity, and not to mention, kindergarten has the most fun. So, I am going to talk to you a little bit about science and social studies. In social studies, we have 3 units that we study. We have an All About Me unit, holidays, and community. So we start our school year off with an All About Me unit. It is perfect for the beginning of the year because your child will be learning about us, the teachers, as well as their classmates, and we will be learning about your child. So during this unit, we do a lot of fun activities and projects where we celebrate the similarities that we have, but also, and more importantly, we recognize and celebrate the differences that make us all special. We also do a holidays unit during the winter months, and this is a unit where students will share the holidays that they celebrate in your family, as well as learning about different holidays that they might not celebrate and getting a well-rounded experience in the different celebrations that people have. Finally, we have a community unit. In this unit, we not only learn about our Colchester community, but we also recognize and celebrate our classroom community. So it is something that we do all year long, but in the last trimester, when we really focus on our classroom community, we are doing different activities that recognize how we work as a team, how every individual is important, and it's a really great way to tie up our last trimester of school together. For science, we have 3 units that we cover throughout the school year. Animals 2x2 is a unit where we learn about different animals in our world, how they behave, how we can observe them, and how we can interact with them. Materials in Motion is a really hands-on science unit where they learn about different materials such as paper and wood and fabric and how we use them in our world. We also talk about balance and motion during that unit. And finally, we have a weather and climate unit, which we go throughout most of the year because in calendar we record the weather and the seasons, but we also dig deep into that unit specifically at some point during the school year. Union Memorial School has put quite a few safety precautions into place due to COVID-19, and you will see those in our classroom.
The first thing you might notice is 3-foot physical distancing. That means that our tables and desks are situated 3 feet apart from one another so that students can maintain distance. We encourage them to maintain that 3 feet of distance when they are moving about the classroom or in the hallways.
Masks are required at school, and we encourage families to send their child in with extra masks in case they get wet or anything happens to them.
Another layer of protection that we use at Union Memorial School is cohort grouping. That means that your kindergartner will be staying with their classroom as much as possible throughout the day. That means lunch in the classroom and some specials will be in the classroom.
Hello again. Hopefully you found this presentation to be helpful. I want to end by sharing with you the Welcome to Kindergarten page. You can find it on the UMS website. If you click on the Teacher Pages tab, there is a link to this webpage. There's some great videos made by all of the adults who will be interacting with your child in the fall. You can watch those with your child as they were made for children. I also want to direct your attention to the More Information box in the lower right-hand corner. There are links to some frequently asked questions, a list of books you can read with your child to help prepare them, things you can do over the summer to get ready, and information on what constitutes proof of residency, along with a lot of other great information. So please take some time to look through them, as they will hopefully answer any questions you might still have. Again, thank you for watching this. I can't wait to meet you. Your child is going to have a wonderful experience here.